like, bro.
She got a kid. Look at his back. Oh my god.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to LBB. Today we're watching Ruining Your Favorite Animals for 10 straight minutes. I believe his name's the Mind Eye, something like that.
Yeah.
We did a reaction to one of these videos. We got some good feedback, man. So here we're back at it again.
Yeah, messing with his energy. Man.
What animals do you think he's gonna ruin for y'all? Like, what animal? Like, I know that there's like whales. They say that 90% of the whales' baby juices don't make it into the female. So it's like, and they be dumping gallons upon gallons.
The semen is.
Bro, I remember the teacher when I was younger. There was a messed up teacher. He was like, "That's why the water's so salty. You just every you taste it, every you taste it is that steaming whale semen. You feel me?
What?
That's terrible."
I need shout out. But yeah, if you're enjoying this reaction, let us know down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share, man. It's really 10K subscribers. Really appreciate all the support. We're gonna hop right into this video.
Let's go.
Disturbing animal fact based on your favorite animal. Dogs are actually 4th on the list of the world's most dangerous animals because they take 25,000 souls a year. Also, they like squeaky toys because it reminds them of pain cries and their struggling, dying prey, and that is low-key psychopath energy. People often wear backwards masks to discourage tiger attacks, but it turns out these Roy Keys are catching on to this trick. We're accidentally helping tigers to become better at calling our bluff, and when they do, they're gonna stab Pat on a disrespectful level. If you disturb a mother hedgehog even slightly, she'll buffalo bill her own children and then eat them like buffalo wings. Giraffes have been known to decapitate lions with a well-placed kick, and if they can do that, they can airmail your skull halfway across the Serengeti. Male horses will bully and beat any pregnant mares around them to force them to miscarry, and then proceed to give them the 20-inch flesh thermometer. Jeez. Elephants have been known to get wasted off of fermented fruit and go on a rampage that is the equivalent of ghost riding a 13,000-pound assault vehicle. In 1974, a group of intoxicated elephants destroyed several buildings and erased 5 people. Comment your favorite animal. Let's see if I can ruin them for you too. The darkest fact about your favorite animal. Sloths have to risk their life every time they poop. They only drop the kids off once a week, so when they do, it can be a third of their body weight. Not only is it like birthing an anal baby, half of sloth deaths are a result of them getting clapped while dropping deuces like Elvis. You should never kiss your bearded dragon because they can be a major source of salmonella, and you won't know they have it until they give it to you. If these guys go extinct, it'll be because of cheese. There's 2 cheese factories in Longtong National Park, and the yak and cows that supply it outcompete them so badly that they end up starving. And if that doesn't happen, they can get ripped apart by farmers' dogs. The soft-shell turtle will bite and refuse to let go. One confused a man's love noodle for a worm, clamped down on it, and refused to release its vice grip for several minutes. The peacock's biggest flex is also its greatest downfall, because looking like a carnival parade in a jungle is the best way for this to happen. There's so many more females than males because males usually get killed trying to impress them. They can also be vicious. One killed a man in Thailand after slashing him with his claws and putting him in a coma. When times get tough, the red fox will cannibalize its own babies. Since platyvenom is stronger than morphine, it can cause you pain for weeks, even months, and no amount of Robitussin will get you right. The most disturbing fact about your favorite animal. Penguins have no rules. They'll assault females, underage chicks, and even the dead homies with zero hesitation. Even a dead penguin lying with its eyes half open can be a victim of the tuxedo chicken's depravity. Every possible sex crime, they commit it. Cats are impulsive killing machines that are one of the few animals that take lives for fun. Yeah. Meaning if you put them in the wild, these stat-padding sociopaths would squad wipe entire species. Male red squirrels are vicious baby-killing cannibals that'll murk entire families just so they can be the one to replace them. Koalas sleep 18 to 22 hours a day. While they're awake, they spend what little energy they have cosbying each other and spreading a devastating form of chlamydia, because to a koala, consent is a social construct and they do not live in a society. Lionesses usually have multiple cubs, so she only has one. She'll return ship it back to the heavens and try again. And just so the resources don't go to waste, she'll probably eat it. Since Simba was an only child, that's probably how that movie would have ended. Dolphins are sadistic, bullying water Weinsteins that torture and maim for fun, but that's not the disturbing fact. The disturbing part is that they're basically the humans of the sea. Ain't that some Comment your favorite animal so I can ruin them for you too. Animal facts that you're not going to believe until you Google it. Tiger legs are so strong they can remain standing even after retiring from life. I mean dead. They can stand while dead. If they weren't metal before, they're just disrespectful now. Koala fingerprints are virtually identical to that of a human's, so much so that they can confuse investigators at a crime scene. Which means in the entire history of mankind, there has to have been at least one person that lost their freedom because a koala framed them. Probably not, but it's possible. You don't want to eat ice in Antarctica. 3% of the ice in the glaciers is penguin pee. Unless you believe you can fly and you're into that. Frogs are physically incapable of vomiting.
3%?
If they try to, they basically spit their entire stomachs out of their mouth. Basically, its stomach will get pulled inside out and dangle from its mouth. Animal facts that you're not going to believe until you Google it. Chimpanzees in Uganda have been known to get turned off alcohol from breweries and proceed to kidnap and eat human babies. Because for some reason, chimpanzees will confuse human children with the red colobus, which is one of their favorite things to eat. If you see giraffes getting freaky, there's a 90% chance it's between 2 guys. Although I assume some of this is consensual, most of the time it's an older giraffe trying to assert his authority on a younger giraffe male, like a long-necked Sandusky. Giraffes are very gay, and if they had Twitter, half of them would get canceled for grooming. This crab can growl, and they do it by using the teeth in their stomach. Basically, they grind the teeth in their stomachs to create a sound that intimidates predators and enemies. They're called ghost crabs because they can blend perfectly in the sand. If an alligator and a manatee pull up on each other underwater, the alligator will give the manatee the right of way. The manatee will gently bump and nudge the gator, and the overgrown murder gecko that strikes fear in the hearts of anyone that isn't in Florida politely moves out the way. Alligators have no regard for human life, but they do care about the sea potato. Most disrespectful
There we
nature.
go.
When young bull elephants are angry, they emasculate rhinos. I don't know where it's from, but this is one of the most brutal acts
Drunk
of
elephants
degradation
race
rights I've ever
Whoa.
seen. You can't see it, but if you look into the rhino's soul sap eyes, you can tell that this is the first time he's been backdoored, and it won't be the last. The macaque will follow the giant purple squirrel so they can lead him to the coveted jackfruit. They repay this gesture by open hand slapping the squirrel dead in the face. These monkeys use a 5-fingered vibe check to get the squirrel to run off so they can steal the fruit for themselves. And the purple squirrel, who just got pocket checked out of his own fruit, only gets what remains the monkey leaves behind. Like the tax system, but with hands. Hippos have by far one of the most disrespectful flexes in nature. To impress females and embarrass rival males, the hippo will helicopter their tails and proceed to projectile shit all over the place. Man's literally shit competition. Because in hippo society, machine gunning the pasty fermented grass you ate last night is the best way to impress the glories of the world. The female will return the favor by dropping a deuce on the head of the guy she's flirting with. There are some kids in the
she'll
world
drop
that
a
need to be
deuce on the
shamed
head
at
of
top
the hippo
list.
she likes.
Darkest fact about the cutest animals. Sea otters will 50 shades baby seals with a capital R. This non-consensual BDSM ritual involves the otter mauling the seal pup's face, just like they do to females, because this is the look of a furry Cosby. The mother tamarin will erase her own baby if she thinks it's a lost cause. This late-term abortion attempt involves either yeeting it out of a tree or biting its skull and eating part of its brain. If an emperor penguin loses her chick, she'll kidnap any unaccompanied minors and raise it as her own. For about 2 days. Because in a couple days or even a few hours, she'll get bored and abandon a chick to expire in the air-conditioned cemetery they call home. The pufferfish is toxic enough to put 30 men in headlines, and there's no antidote. If one catches you slipping, your only option is to get right with the higher being of your choice before you choke on your own vomit or your heart decides to retire. Hamsters will hibernate when they get cold, which leads them to get buried alive by stupid children that don't know any better. Also, they can be baby-killing cannibals. Speaking of F them kids, the coot will brutally delete its own children if they ask for food too often. Not even kidding, once they get tired of hearing their chicks beg for food, they snap their necks. They just wake up one day and choose spawn wipe. There are some animals that you did not know were cannibals. Prairie dogs will delete the babies of their relatives to lower the competition, which I guess is fine. But these prairie puppies take it a step further by eating the children they just spawn wiped. Mother hedgehogs will make a pack out of the pincushion she calls children. They do this when they sense a disturbance, which is a little bit of an exaggeration. They go from 0 to life sentence if they don't like the weather. This one's actually kind of sad. Polar bears will cannibalize each other, and it's low-key our fault. Because climate change isn't up to polar bears, they wake up and decide to smoke polar packs. But for real though, it's actually a problem, because they usually go after cubs. Like, there are pictures of polar bears holding disembodied cub heads, and I'm not going to show you, but just know they're out there. Ladybugs are also on that type of time. The first ones to hatch will immediately eat the eggs of their unborn siblings. Their first day of life, they stat pad spawn kills. And it's actually the ladybugs that put their own siblings on shirts that develop faster, so nature actually rewards this psychopath behavior. Sea lions are just grizzly bears with a faster swim time. Male sea lions have been seen erasing and eating seal pups for no reason at all. The pup was minding his day-old business, and the male literally had nothing to gain, but he woke up on Casey Anthony time. Why birds are the spawn of Satan in 60 seconds. The strike will butcher and impale animals to store multiple coarse kebabs like a feathery buffalo bill. This bird, whose name I can't say because of guidelines, will bash open the skulls of birds and bats and eat the brains. The common cuckoo will lay eggs in another bird's nest and use the threat of gang violence to force them to raise her chicks. When the chick hatches, it stat pads homicides by yeeting the other eggs out of the nest. And yes, this is where the word cuck comes from. Ducks are violent and occasional gang rapists with a silent G and evolved a corkscrew phallus to help them become better sex offenders. Most eagle chicks will straight up abort their younger siblings while their parent watches in sick sadistic pleasure. Magpies are somehow the only thing that can strike fears in the heart of Aussies. If you step in its hood, they'll wage war on your face with devastating results, and they carry grudges. Ostriches and emus have been known to try to flirt and mate with their human caretakers. Penguins are unfaithful, kidnapping necrophiliac feather Weinsteins that'll literally hump anything, including a disembodied frozen head of a dead penguin. And I'm not kidding, it actually happened. I saw a picture of a cassowary and it proceeded to kick him off a cliff. Eagles will cannibalize or straight up abandon and leave their chicks to become a statistic if they think they're a lost cause. Birds are feathery hellspawns that need a morality buff.
Yeah, dude's funny, man. I think I was expecting most of these animals on here, like the giraffe. I think that's obviously.
But a penguin, a mother penguin stealing babies and then just like happy feet. Like, are you kidding me?
I know I can get like that, bro. These penguins would be savages. Actually, I think penguins might be one of my favorite animals.
Yeah, well, I think manatees are my favorite animals in general, period. To think they could just be like, just pat a crocodile on the head and just go by, and the crocodile's just like, hey, thanks.
They're not my favorite. They're like number 2. I would say my favorite is a zebra.
You like zebras?
Yeah, for some weird reason, like.
Well, he'll find something about zebras, and you're just gonna be like,
But yeah, if you enjoyed the reaction, let us know if you want to see more. Come down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share, man. It's the road to 10K subscribers. We'll see you next time, LB.
Peace.
Da 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 da.